about productivity tools that I use every day to help me do my job as a school social worker. So for those of you that don't know, I am a secondary school social worker. I work in an alternative high school. We have about 60 kids on our roster currently. Some of them are virtual, some are in person, and I have access to all of those kiddos. And so there's myself here, there is an administrative assistant, and there are 2 teachers. So myself and the 2 teachers have divided up the 60 kids and formed advisory teams. And so each of us has a set of kids that we are responsible for. So we monitor their progress, we check in with them, let them know how many credits they need for graduation and how many credits they have, that type of thing. Some of the things that help me to do that job effectively, I just wanted to share those with you really quickly. The first thing is my planner. So in my planner, I have the month set up, I have the week set up, and I have a daily set up. So I plan every Sunday night. I go in here, and one Sunday a month I plan for the entire month, and then every Sunday thereafter I plan for each week, so the upcoming week. And then every day before I leave, so the last 5 to 10 minutes of my day, I am in this planner writing down what I need to complete for the next day. So when I come in the morning, there's no question about what I have to get done. I already have it written down in here, and I can write down anything else that I need to add or that is added to my day. I could write it down in here, so I don't have to try to remember what is it that I was supposed to be doing. It's always in here. I always look to it. I've got some things in here to make it really pretty, things that just make me happy. But this planner is definitely more functional than it is pretty. But I'm gonna tell you what, this is a lifesaver. It just, when you get to be my age, it gets harder for you to remember things. You can probably hear some of my kids in the background, sorry. I'm in my office trying to get this video out. But I don't have to keep everything in my brain of what I need to do. I use this, a lot, okay? Next thing, my iPad. So I have the iPad Pro 12.9. This was given to me through my corporation. It has the Magic Keyboard with it, which is very helpful. I take this into meetings with me. I have an Apple Pencil that goes along with this, so I can transcribe things down a little bit more quickly if I need to. I also use this in tandem with my desktop, so it's almost like I have 2 screens sometimes. And so this is really helpful to just carry around in meetings, and when I'm in my office, I prefer to use my desktop. It's just a little bit more user-friendly for me. Next thing is what I call my social work binder. What's in here that I mainly use, I've got the school calendar in here. I've got a list of contacts for the county, so all the social workers that are within the schools in my county, I have their numbers and emails in here. But the thing that I use a lot is this here. Commonly used medications, and then what the diagnosis is that those are used for. I refer to this a lot. I cannot keep everything up here in regards to medications, and they change a lot, so I'm constantly changing that. I also have another sheet in here that I use that is really helpful, and that is common psychiatric medications and non-prescription drugs. And so I've got highlighted some of the common drugs that I hear students say that they are taking. I use that a lot. Okay. Next thing that I use is very important. It's right over here. Clipboard. This is progress notes. So student's name, the reason why they're coming to see me, the date and time. Here's a mini mental status exam, so I'm looking at how the student is feeling. Then the topic of discussion, what we were talking about today, and then next steps. I usually don't use this one unless it's a student that I am working on specific goals with. So I don't, again, have to guess. I know what we're gonna be doing the next time I see that person. So every time a student comes into my office, I grab this clipboard, grab a little pen over there, see, got the pen's handy dandy, and I get busy writing down the notes. Once I'm finished, I take that note and I put it in student folder that I keep in here. So this is my binder. You can see there are several folders in here. This is a folder for every student that is attending the alternative school this school year. No matter if they're virtual, in person, or if they're on my advisory team or not, they have a folder because I meet with every single student at least one time. And so I use this every day because I have to file my notes every day when I meet with a student. And so one of the things that I do, like I said, I meet with every student. One of the things that I do is called an initial assessment. I'm trying to cover up the name here. So I just ask them several questions. Every student gets asked those questions, and there's some on the back. And then I put that in the file. It's kind of like a get to know me type of deal. And so they're asked the questions so that if anybody ever needs to know, hey, what's going on with Johnny? He seems to be like checked out, and he has been since the beginning of the year. You know anything about that? I can go and look and say, hey, yeah, Johnny has struggled with inattention and focus for a long time. He is currently medicated, but he doesn't have access to his medication. That's information that's good for somebody to know. So every year I make a binder with students' files in it, and I archive them when I'm done. So all of these files will go into a file cabinet at the end of the year, and new folders will get in here will be put in here for new students next year. So sometimes somebody might ask me, excuse me, about a student that has graduated, and I have information because I still have the file. So they might say, hey, who did that person live with when they were going to school here? Do you have any information? Do you remember? I can go back, because again, I don't like to try to keep stuff up here that I don't need to. So I can go back to that file and say, hey, he started out living with dad, and then now, or not now, he started off living with dad, and later on in the year he moved in with grandma. Like, that's information that somebody might need to know for whatever reason. And I think that's it. The last thing, I cannot live without my water bottle. I have to have my water cup. So this is one that I'm using right now. It can keep things hot or cold, and it's pretty. So I really like it. So those are tools that I use every day. So I hope that helps somebody manage your day and set your day up a little bit differently, maybe better. I don't know. Okay. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.